I'm gonna beat you by a nose.
It's either gonna come flying or I'm gonna go flying.
You don't mind if we snoop a little bit here, do you?
What if he said no?
Nope. Oh, yeah, there's nothing worse than an accordion. The only appliance for flushing the colon.
How would I ever replace it?
Will you throw something in?
Hot chocolate.
Oh my God, you guys are brutal.
It's gonna cost me $1,000 to cut the cheese. I'm Scott Cousins,
I'm Sheldon Smithens.
and we're pickers. We travel all over Canada, coast to coast, from the West Rocky Mountains to the Eastern Shores and all the back roads in between, looking for hidden gems in people's basements, attics, and bars. Sometimes we take a gamble, trust in our gut to make a buck.
Just like the people we meet, every story is different.
It's not junk to us.
Love the West Coast. So you got the map. Do you know where we're going here, Scott? So we've got some picks here.
Yeah.
Love the valley, that whole Fraser Valley, and I have a feeling it's going to be pretty fertile picking.
So we're going as far as Chilliwack, and we're going to be doing Abbotsford. Played hockey against the Abbotsford Flyers, and we're going to go to Surrey.
This should be good.
Look at that great hair, and reminds me of the Karate Kid. You must have been having the map lately because it's ripped.
Hey, it's been from coast to coast.
Here, you hold the map.
What do you mean holding? Hey,
I'm driving.
I'm supposed to drive.
Sorry, did you say something?
I love the Fraser Valley. Very fertile. This is dairy country. This is supposed to be one of the wildest rivers to raft in Canada. Is that right?
Well, we're going to see John and Marion. What are their nicknames again?
He's grumpy, and she's Granny.
Sounds like you and me.
Yeah.
I want to be
I'm
grumpy. I beat you to it.
So, what would you love to find today at John and Granny's barn?
Any really killer advertising piece would make me happy. I think we might be getting here. We're looking for a place that's got some signs bolted to the side of his building. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, there are the signs. There's a bunch of signs. There's an SO. Like one shed there, another shed here.
And there's another big shed over there.
Holy cow, they've got signs everywhere. Wow, there's a pile of stuff here.
You'd be Granny.
I'm Granny.
And you're Grumps.
Sometimes.
Good to meet you. So you got a bunch of buildings here. What's the story?
Oh, we've been collecting for about 20 years.
You just buy or do you sell too?
I try and sell,
Yeah.
but I found out it's easier to buy.
Way easier to buy.
Let's go inside it.
Oh, Granny. There's a ton of stuff here.
Yeah, there's stuff. Lots of stuff.
Wow.
He's the collector. He buys, he brings home.
Anything that's old,
The price is right.
its price is right there.
This is something we've always enjoyed, and it keeps me out of the mall and him busy.
This is your own little personal museum here.
I try to have it organized, but it's a full-time job.
You got a row of jukeboxes.
Yeah.
What are your prices on the jukeboxes? I'm trying them on the jukeboxes just to get a sense of where his pricing is at.
About 2,500 for that one.
Okay, and then this one?
About the same.
And this one?
They're all about the same.
Okay. We weren't buying them at those prices, but we now have a picture that if he values it, he's gonna do the old, I'll quote a high price and you won't buy it. I'd like to take a look at that tin. It looks like it's either a Poland's tin or a Canada biscuit tin. Totally out of place. It's got a whole bunch of glass and other goofy things, and then there's this one lone soldier of a tin sitting there.
Scott is an amazing specimen of a human being, and from underneath, he presents a whole new angle. One misstep, and Scott is in big trouble.
Holy smoke, that's a good one.
There's two versions of this. One just says Poland's across it, It's a Pollen's tin. The other one says Canada Biscuit Company across it. I've seen that tin several times before, and I know right away it's a good one. The reason I like it is it's got a good visual for Alberta with the buffalo. What would you need out of that tin?
25 bucks.
Done.
Happy New Year, you got it.
Fair price. Sheldon, you were saying you wanted some moccasins to wear? I see a pair that might even be your size, and somebody's already put the rubber grips on the bottom of them. They're northern, aren't they?
Yeah, they look like they're Cree.
Yeah.
What do you want for those moccasins?
$20.
For 20 bucks if they fit.
If they don't fit you, I'm trying them on.
Yeah, done. Here, I'll pay you the 20.
Okay.
I'll try them on when my feet are a little warm.
There's a little bit of wear there, but that's okay. I think we should take a run in the back, see if there's something we can buy.
Wow, you got stock here, Granny.
It never ends, does it? Never ends. My goodness. How long ago did you put these signs up?
Oh, they've been up there a while.
No, Sheldon, I'm looking at that Molson sign. If I was gonna buy that, how would we get it down?
It all depends how bad you like going up there.
It all depends on how cheap you'll sell it to me for.
100 bucks.
I can see it's not perfect, but the problem is the very top of it, I can't tell whether it's all rusted off or not. So I want to get up there and take a look. I don't know.
Nobody's moving on.
It's a bit of a logistical nightmare because we got Model T Ford below us and we got signs up there.
Keystone Cops are buying a sign.
I'm not sure I can
I
even
think
get
you
up
have to go higher yet. To go way up.
there. That's where I want to get it.
Don't kill yourself.
Just so gosh darn tight in there. And the sign weighs about 25 pounds. So as I'm trying to get the last little bit of the screw, I realize, you know what? I'm not gonna be able to hold that damn thing. If I unscrew this thing,
Yeah, it's gonna come flying.
it's either gonna come flying or I'm gonna go flying. It's gonna start to fall. I'm gonna reach for it. I'm gonna fall off the ladder. The sign's gonna go into Sheldon. My wife would be apoplectic if she saw this right now.
This is
Okay, lower her down.
You know what, Scott? I don't like it. It's coming back up.
I should get a bit of a discount for that, don't you think, John?
John just changed his mind. It's not for sale.
Yeah, he hasn't seen it for 25 years. Now he likes it.
You know, Granny, he's quite a picker that I hang out with, isn't he?
Yeah. And when he wants it, he wants it.
No stone goes unturned.
I don't even really want it that bad, but I want it enough.
That's what it's all about.
That sign would have been from the 20s to the 30s and the 40s. Now that I've gone to all that work, how much?
100 bucks.
Shake the man's hand.
Happy New Year.
Did you see anything else that you were interested in?
I wanted to ask you about something way in the corner there. Come on this way. Here's a Calgary Brewery box. Calgary Brewery and Malting.
Probably just carried beer in it, right?
Yeah. It's very sturdy and now has an additional use of perhaps being a wood box or storage box.
It's probably what, 20s?
20s, that's
Yeah.
what I thought, 20s,
20s?
30s, yeah. What do you want for that, John?
$30.
Done. Shake the man's hand.
Wow, there's stuff everywhere.
You want to look at that?
I want to see what it is.
Ah,
It was an old billiard-style game that would have been in a parlor in a wealthy person's house.
it's a little Victorian game.
Yeah, people would call it pool today, but I
Yeah.
think they called it something different.
That was a good piece. Mid-Victorian. It had the balls, which were ivory. Unfortunately, it was in rough shape.
Yeah, it looks like it was put together in planks, and one of the planks split, took the tabletop with it.
Something you'd part with, John?
Yep, $120.
Without the split, yes. With the split, it's just a wall hanger now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Did you see the split?
But you must have done that. That gives it character.
No money to be had there.
You got some reels here. How much are you looking for your reels?
Oh, all depends on the reel.
I'm going for the biggest one. I'm guessing this reel's from the 60s or 70s, but let's see, there's a manual. It says Berlin, so that would put it probably 50s, 60s. He had a German-made reel, high-quality reel, big salmon spinning reel, everything you wanted, the original box, the instructions. So what would you want for this guy?
$10.
Got a deal.
Oh,
Shake
boy.
on it. I snapped that up quick. That's easy 80 bucks.
I thought you were going to buy stuff for about $1,000 or so.
Do you have something big you want to show us?
How about the totem pole?
You have a totem pole?
We're always interested in seeing totem poles.
Yeah, that seems
Well,
to be
let's
our
go-
specialty.
Let's go. That's a really interesting pole, isn't it? This thing looks like a fish, but it looks like a whale to me. It is a big, good totem pole, but it's not so big that you can't put it in your house. So that's the perfect size. What do we got? We got the bear.
And an eagle up top, bald eagle, yeah.
It was well carved, nice condition, was a good piece.
If that totem pole is even in the realm of reasonable, we're going home with that. At what price?
$700.
I'd feel comfortable at 5.
Not going to sell it for that.
No?
Well, if you want to get them out of there, you just have to pull out the bottom.
Trying to bring them forward.
Yeah.
I got them. Maybe if we could get Grandpa to give us a bit of a break. I'll go 550.
No, I'd go 550.
You go 550?
Yeah. What do you think, Grumps?
I'm going to be firm on that because I think it's worth that.
Will you throw something else into us?
Well, I don't know. I haven't got anything that's not worth nothing here that I could give you.
Yeah.
So you'll throw something in as long as it's worth nothing.
Okay, 550. Granny, don't you think he should take the 550?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
No?
What do you think he
No,
should
I
take?
live with him.
Oh,
I don't think they brought enough money along.
Can you make the deal? Are
Yeah,
you
I
the-
want $700 for
Okay,
it.
will you throw something in?
Cup of coffee,
God, you guys are brutal.
hot chocolate.
I'll help you wedge him back in there, never to be seen again. What do you think?
700.
Will you throw in the little moccasins?
What do you want for those moccasins?
$20.
Will you throw those in?
No. No.
Wow, you guys are...
Our little,
You can have the moccasins.
Okay, shake his hand before he changes his mind.
Done.
They're tough to deal with. I kind of like that. If he can get it cheaper, more power to him. Yeah, are you taking this guy along today?
I think we're gonna have to take the wings off first.
Whoa.
Whoa, need a hand, bud? You don't get them that big, that good, that often.
I'm serious.
That's a good sign. And a lot of beer collectors would like to have that sign.
They always sell well.
Well, it's been really good
it's
meeting
been
you.
awesome. You've made memories today.
Yeah.
That was fun. I like that. Bye.
We needed one good item today, and that totem pole was it.
It was so cool, so big, so spectacular. If we'd driven away without it, I would have been thinking about it for the rest of the trip.
If we went up the valley here to Chilliwack,
It's an interesting area. I love seeing the mountains through the clouds like that. Really nice.
we'd be going to see Henry.
What kind of stuff does Henry have?
Apparently he's got some Canadiana, maybe gas pump.
Yeah, there's a Robin Hood flower sign on the side of that barn right there.
That's our guy, isn't it?
Yeah, there we are over there. See, there's the gas pumps.
Can you fill her up, sir?
You betcha.
I'm hoping that given the age of the gas pumps, it'll be old-time gas prices.
You must be Henry.
You got it.
I'm Sheldon.
Hey, what do you do, Sheldon? Hi, Scott.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So what got you into all this?
Well, it goes back a long, long time when I was a little wee kid. It was just after the war, and the veterans would come home, and the garage doors would start opening up, you know, and they'd take their cars off the blocks. They had a nice smell in those days, you know.
So when did you start buying in earnest?
65, 67, somewhere in around there.
That was a transition period. There was lots available.
They were shutting a gas station down, or they were renovating it, getting rid of all the old stuff, putting the new stuff in.
Yeah.
So you got in at the right time.
That's what they tell me.
Well, why don't we take a look?
Let's go inside and have a look around.
A Whizzer.
Yep, 1947 Whizzer.
Wow. Well, that one's done to the nuts, isn't it? It's a bicycle-motorcycle combination. This is as nice as I've ever seen one done.
Well, these were pretty popular after the war because cars were really hard to get right after the war.
I'm presuming it isn't for sale, so I think it's okay for me to ask, what would you have to pay for one done up like that?
Seems to me I paid like $3,000 or $2,800.
Well, I want to get in there. I can see some killer stuff.
Wow. This is an interesting room.
Wow. All of this stuff is original.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You can never go wrong buying mint, and you've bought mint.
Yeah.
Everything's mint in this place.
Yeah.
Do I get the impression that the stuff on the walls is pretty much a no-go?
I think you're right.
Yeah. Do you spend most of your free time, you know, having fun out here?
Yeah, well, I'm a car guy.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do for a living, so. The other stuff, this nostalgia fits in with it. So it was a medium of advertising in those days because there was no TV, so most of them have pretty neat graphics on them. It's all part of the old car thing, I guess.
Hey, Henry, you got the occasional piece that doesn't really fit into your collection, like you got a showcase there with some stuff in it. Are you prepared to part with any of the oddball things, perhaps?
Well, maybe some stuff that's in there if you're interested. Yeah.
Let's take a look.
May as well look at what we can buy as what we can't.
Get your hands out of your pockets and in your wallet.
Anything in here we need? I've seen 1,000 CNR lanterns. I've never seen one with a wood
Wooden
handle.
handle is unusual, isn't it?
Isn't that rare?
Yeah.
Difference between CPR and CNR.
Like-
CNR is not as
like-
I
desirable.
don't know, you know, I think that's original handle.
Put it this way, I've seen 100 of these, if not 1,000 of them.
I was gonna
and
say,
I've
I've
never
seen
seen a wood
1,000.
handle.
This is pretty rare, huh?
I'm thinking it's an aftermarket, but I'll tell you, the guy that owned it was a smart man, because that's a lot warmer.
Oh yeah, in the wintertime, which is about 11 months of the year. I like the case. We've been buying stuff to put in it.
Is that plexi?
No, it's glass.
What do you got into it?
Nothing.
So everything's profit.
You want the case?
Yeah.
Give me 150.
Would you take 100?
125.
Done.
Deal.
Excellent.
Deal.
Now let's fill it up.
Let's do it.
I'm digging.
It's just an empty box. The only appliance especially made for flushing the colon.
Are you having a problem, or?
The size
I don't know.
of that restroom sign, Scott.
Oh, yeah, wow.
That's Texaco really wanted you to come to their station.
Well, it was a registered restroom.
Exactly.
This is a nice old porcelain sign. It's a little sloppy on the back, isn't it? But, man, they did it thick.
It's old, isn't it?
Just the men's, right? You don't have the women's?
No.
Those are cool. There's a market for that because guys that have a garage with a bathroom in it, they want to screw that to the wall of their bathroom. It's their place and they're marking their territory. It's a 60s one, it looks like. Am I wrong?
No.
What would you want for those?
Give me 60 for the pair.
I was going to say 20 on that one.
You're on a pretty low budget here, man.
We are. We're trying to buy low, flip medium, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. I'd almost buy it back from you.
That's the problem, right? That's the problem. Okay, 25 bucks.
Okay, let's do it.
25 bucks, good.
All right.
I like that one. It's an old one.
Yeah.
I see you got a couple of panes of leaded glass, kind of out of place here. Would you part with them?
I would, yeah.
What would you want for a panel of leaded glass?
You pay $80 a piece for them?
Pay 50 bucks a piece.
I'm running.
I'll tell you what, give me 60 a piece.
Done. Leaded glass I can make some money on. But I'll just take this pair right here, if that's okay. I'll take one pair. Scott's uncomfortable with even me taking them, so. Why did you buy the leaded glass? Just needed something in the truck that wasn't advertising. If I get shit for buying leaded glass, and I don't say a word when guys buying toilet signs.
Yeah, you do.
I just did.
Look at that, Whizzer gas tank.
Well, that's the start of your bike.
I don't want the
Tank
bike, but I might want the tank. Now that would be repainted, obviously.
Yeah.
It was originally burgundy, it had been overpainted, but it was a nice tank, no rust, no dents in it. You can either sell that to a guy that's putting together a Whizzer, because other than the engine, that's the fundamental part you need for your Whizzer bike, or you sell it to somebody that's just gonna stick it on a shelf because it's a real attractive piece. What would you need out of that?
I give you a good deal, 100.
Is that your final offer?
That's it. That's a steal.
Normally, if a guy's got a Whizzer bike, you got a Whizzer there.
You bet. Yeah.
Wow. There's not a chance you're buying that tank off him.
It's worth $200. So.
Is it?
Yeah.
Done, 100 bucks.
Thank you, sir.
Elephant brand fertilizer.
There you go.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's farming related, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to oil and gas, which is
Yeah.
doesn't fit in
Doesn't
with
fit
your
in with my stuff.
So what would you want for that thermometer?
50.
That's what I'd sell it for, right? Yeah.
Give me 40.
I'd give you 30 and put 50 on it, probably end up taking 45 for it.
Give me 35.
Want to go 35?
Keep the ball rolling.
Good. We'll
Okay.
keep the ball rolling.
All right.
We got it.
Do you have an idea what you'd like to get out of these radios? I like this one. It's my Scottish heritage. I got Irish and Scottish in me.
You're a fiery bugger then.
Yeah. If I was to buy the 3 Crosley's, Crosley's a good Canadian company, what would you want for the 3 of them?
Say probably 125 or 30 for that. 100 for this. 70 bucks for that. You're thinking hard. I can.
I'd go 200 on the 3 of them.
2 1/4.
Let's go check the barn out.
Yeah.
I was kind of anxious that we took off out of his prized museum collection to see if we could find some scraps in the barn. What a great barn you got here, Henry.
Yeah. It's...
Oh, yeah.
You got a few things in here. You don't mind if we snoop a little bit here, do you?
No, go ahead.
What if he said no? Would that stop you, Scott?
Nope. Hey, I just see something here. But a blank BC road sign. Weird. Now, what's the story on the brake fluid?
Yeah, it holds a 5-gallon pail.
Let me just pull it off. Oh, so it angles. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's something that would have sat out in front of the service station. Yeah, and then the bucket goes.
Across here.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Would have sat there with a bucket of oil in the middle of it, and if you needed some oil, you'd pull the bucket out, put it in the car, put it back in there. So what would you want for that?
50. Just because it says Ford.
Well, a Ford collector is gonna want that piece. 40?
45.
As long as I got anything off, I was gonna say yes.
Or is there anything else you're gonna do that way too?
Don't tell him your secrets there, Scott.
Now I know how you're thinking.
You got a little fan belt sign at the back. What about it? Oh, it's been bent, this one. This one, somebody's put this stuff on after the fact, I think.
Yeah.
Do you know what would be good for now? Coat rack.
Coat rack or...
Hanging tools on.
And for 20 bucks, I mean, who can go wrong?
You been to a doctor lately?
Let's just put this here for a second here. You got some tins here. Pity
Yeah.
about this, eh, Shell?
Oh, yeah.
Top of it's woogered.
Yeah.
I know you like this one.
Well, I don't love it, but it's better than your average tin here. But he's got 5 that I consider to be decent tins. The Orman's Limited confectionery tin.
Yeah.
The Bluebird tin that's got a beat top. You got the Velvet tin that's okay. This looks like a Dutch peppermint tin. Somebody can screw it into their wall and use it as a mailbox. And you've got the Hudson's Bay tin that's beat on one side. Yeah. This is a flyer. They've really shot up in value in the right condition. If it was minty, I'd be telling you I'd give you $350 for that tin if it was minty, but I might not even be able to sell it. That's the problem. Okay, for the 5 tins, I'd go 100 1/4. That leaves me some room. I might make a bit of money if this turns out to be better than I think it is.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
You deserve it.
You know what? We could hit a winner with that Hudson's Bay tin, even in that condition. I think we're done, but I did notice you had a real beater Red Indian tin, and I'd like to buy something Red Indian.
Yeah.
What would you sell me the beater for?
I'll tell you what, I'll give it to you.
You're
Whoa.
a gentleman and a scholar, Henry.
That's Scott's favorite transaction of the day.
And let's go back,
Yeah.
settle up,
Yeah.
and we'll be on our way.
I love guys like Henry. They're out there, they're in the marketplace, they're buying the best of the best.
That's how you pack tins.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly how old that piece is, but I'm guessing it's from the 50s.
Hey, Henry, that was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed meeting you. You have a great collection, a good eye, and I hope you keep collecting for another 50 years.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I hope you keep my card, and if you ever decide to sell it, whether one piece at a time or the whole works at once, you call me.
You just keep your money, boy.
It's been a pleasure. We'll see you again.
You bet. Have a good trip.
Well, that's some of the best stuff I've ever seen.
What a collection.
Yeah, it was good, and he was a good guy, Henry.
We didn't steal anything. But at least we got some stock that we can make a bit of money on.
We're on our way to Surrey here, Scott. Still on the lower mainland, but we're heading out towards the valley here. Going to see Albert. This should be interesting. Albert's got shipping containers loaded with stuff.
Hopefully he's got a moat, too.
Albert sounds like a fun guy. I think we're going to have some fun here, too.
Okay, it's just up here. There are all the shipping containers over there.
Oh, yeah, this would be the place.
Hey, would you be Albert?
That's me.
I'm Sheldon.
Hi, Sheldon. How you doing?
Albert Scott. How are you doing?
How are you? Fine, thanks. Couldn't have brought some better weather.
Welcome to BC.
Liquid sunshine.
So what's the story here? Tell me why you've got shipping containers and everything else.
We've got 20 acres here. If I run out of room, I just buy another container. And I started in '88 with collecting tractors. But at 138 tractors, my wife says, "What's your intention here?" And it all kind of grew from that. So my favorites are coffee grinders, scales, old gully barbershop stuff, lamps. I think those would be classed as the favorites. Okay, come on, guys. I'll show you some lamps and gas pump.
Wow, lots to look at. Holy smokes.
Yikes.
We have over 6,000 items here.
Hey, you got a visible.
Yes.
Somebody's repainted the numbers on it because those numbers aren't original.
No.
What's the story on this barber pole thing?
This is made by
Koken.
Koken
Yeah.
about in 1905.
What about your horsies?
If I got rid of these little horses, Grandpa would be in real doo-doo land.
I'm always up for a horsey ride. There's one for you.
Hop on.
Yo! Oh,
Oh, man.
Now,
You sure we
I'm
can't
ahead.
buy this?
I'm
No.
ahead of you, Sheldon.
I always get great fun showing people my stuff. Two Albertans that have entered their second childhood, here they are.
I'm gonna beat you by a nose.
This is fun. Winner every time.
I just love opening up the doors and showing it to people that appreciate
Pretty good collection of coal oil lamps there.
There are some incredible lamps here.
whale oil.
Yeah, that's a very rare lamp, that.
Yeah.
Are you selling lamps or buying lamps?
We're not selling lamps.
This is a good time to be a buyer of lamps because the market is soft.
You can buy a lamp now that used to sell for $350 for $50.
But not for sale means that we got to keep picking. What's this, a tobacco sign you got back here, Albert?
Yeah.
Please tell me you're not the guy that drove the nail through the middle of the picture there.
No, I wouldn't do a thing like that.
You're lying to me.
What would we have to pay for that?
I would say 300 bucks. Give me an offer.
If it was mint, flat out mint, it would sell for 300 bucks.
I think that's the sort of thing we'd pay, what, 50 bucks for it?
Exactly, and would sell it for 100. If it didn't have those big spots right where the tobacco is, then I think we could sell it for 200.
Okay, 75.
The ball is rolling, 75 it is.
75 bucks.
We'll make a few bucks, and we've made a buy. Our foot is in the door firmly. We're going on to the next spot.
I want to show you my little barber shop. These particular chairs, these are 1850s. You want to buy one?
It all depends on price.
Special deal, $3,500.
That's hilarious.
Barbers, they were also dentists, and they were also the bleeders. They had the leeches.
Right. This is the house of pain, in other words, in here.
Uh-huh. I'd like to show you a kit that was used for the dentistry. Here it is, boys.
My wife has one of those boxes with her jewelry in it. It's a portable shop of horrors. About a 1920s dental carry-along kit.
Look at this.
Yeah. Imagine that, Sheldon. Here, let me just give it.
That's all right.
Here's the little quartz, and they would grind that out, and that's the gold they would use to fill the teeth. Oh, we got for the Novocaine.
Oh, the aroma.
It had old, disgusting teeth in it.
Ah!
You know what? Open it up.
You want to bring out the leeches now?
Yeah, would you do the...
That was well used, that kid, too. That traveled a bit.
This was well used.
Albert's showing us his passion. It's really his own personal museum.
Well, thanks for the tour. It was great.
Yeah. Sounds like you got some construction going on here.
Yeah. They're putting roof on the new building just next door here. They're ram setting the sheets of metal on the cross members.
Hey, speaking of sheet metal, what about iron? I see you got a little iron here. Would you sell us some gates?
Sure.
But I really like this piece right here.
These gates here originated from Egypt. And they're 250 years old.
It's kind of hard to say with iron because people leave it outside, it rusts. What would it cost us to buy a piece of iron?
Oh, I'd let you have that for 100 bucks.
Any room there?
No room.
I kind of like that piece of iron. I think I got a use for that. I got a buyer for that. I'm going to shake on you.
Hey, Sled Central. I could see sled upon sled upon sled upon sled upon sled.
What would it cost us to buy a half a dozen? I like sleds, but I'm also testing the waters.
50 bucks a piece.
Ooh! Out! How's 10 bucks a sled?
You want ones with runners on or no runners?
I guess we're out of the sled business.
What I'm looking for is old advertising, general store stuff, countertop displays.
Where'd this cart come from, Albert?
This is from China.
I thought this was a Chinese cart.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's big, it's heavy, and it ain't Canadian.
Yeah.
Here,
It's
Canadian.
There was a lot of stuff in there, but we struck out totally. It's time to move along and get another transaction going, or we're gonna lose Albert.
I have a dog sled you might want to take a look at.
I've never had a dog sled, and I'm hoping today's the day to buy one.
Let me show you this dog sled. Now here is the brake. If he had to stop, he would step on this, and this is the brake.
Wow, is it ever cool. It was wound together with sinew. That's a really Canadian iconic piece. Is that for sale?
Yes, it is. $2,500. That is firm.
This is a beaut.
Now you go.
Onward, Scotty, go!
Albert.
I got the dog sled at an auction. It was unique. You just don't see them around.
What's amazing about it is for the size and scope of it, how light it is.
Light.
Like, look.
Yes.
I mean, it's amazing.
It is nice.
I'd love to have it. If I thought we could make money off it, I'd buy it in a heartbeat, but I just don't know.
Yeah.
Well, let me show you one of the other sleighs I have.
Now, that's the Volkswagen to this Cadillac, isn't it?
That's right, exactly.
Now, that's not a dog sled. That's a pulling sled.
Yeah, I think so.
This is way heavier than that big one.
I saw somebody had put a piece of wood in and made it into bookshelves.
Price just went up again, another notch. He just about lost the deal.
Okay, I'd like to end up at 100 on it, 150.
I'm sure you would. $200, you got a deal.
Shake his hand. For once, you shake his hand.
All right, 200 it is. Thank you very much.
Got a few items in the house.
Beautiful. We're on our way. Which way do we go? This way or that
We're
way?
going out that way.
You like the wheeling and the dealing, don't you?
Love it.
Got into the house, and there wasn't a lot in the way of antiques around the place.
Scott and I were looking around, and somebody plays the accordion.
The devil's instrument.
Devil's instrument.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing worse than an accordion.
Can you say that?
That is the finest piece of instrument going.
I always think back to that Far Side cartoon where Mozart's Hell was a room full of accordions.
I like the accordion enough for 2 people.
I love accordion playing. I could play all night.
That's great. Fantastic.
Let me show you some real collection of coffee grinders.
Now I'm intrigued. You get coffee mills.
Oh, my Lord.
There are a few coffee mills in here I thought you may want to take a look at.
Coffee mills are always good. They're attractive, they're functional. Some are restored, some not. Perfect.
Are these gonna be restored, or are they waiting to be restored?
Yeah, slated to get restored.
People buy them for their homes for decorative items. Lots of coffee houses will have one in the background just as a decorative piece. I love them myself.
You can't butcher the 2 on the right, those 2 little ones, by restoring them, right?
Well, especially that middle one. It has all the original
Yeah.
decals on it.
I'm thinking we better be able to buy at least one of those grinders. What would you want for those 2 little guys?
This particular one, oh, I'd let it go for 100. The middle one, I would want 200.
See, I'm thinking you should come down to 100 on that one. And I'm thinking you should come to 50 on that one.
Yeah, but your thinking's not right.
Well, no, it's right. It's right for me. It may not be right for you, but it's right for me.
Are you questioning his thinking?
Yes, I am. $250 for the 2 of them.
I think we go 200 for the pair.
Yeah.
Love horse trading, love wheeling deal. 2 1/4, we got a deal.
We're
Just a
in a
minute.
room full of grinders.
Yes.
Grind!
I'm gonna deal with you. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna do
yeah.
that.
Forget him. He's playing the game with me now.
It's a matter of principle.
Isn't that a beauty of a cheese cutter?
Yeah. They're not normally this fancy, are they?
No, this has been restored.
What would you need to get for a cheese cutter?
I need about $1,000 for that.
It's gonna cost me $1,000 to cut the cheese.
Well, I think you could do it cheaper than that.
Sheldon pointed out a real nice Star American coffee grinder, totally done to the nuts.
This is a Star number 7.
It's an original piece that's been tarted up, if you will. Looks good in your home, looks good on the store counter, and that's a good piece.
The lid, it's all there. It's complete, restored.
I don't personally like them that way, but there are a lot of other people that do.
We normally don't buy restored stuff, and I'll tell you why. The restoration is expensive. For somebody
Yes.
to do a restoration like that
yes.
means that they've got more into it than we're prepared to pay for the whole grinder.
This particular grinder it's worth about $2,500.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Scott and I would maybe pay $500 for a piece like that.
I'll cut you guys a deal today on this one.
He wants to start high, and he wants me to undercut him so low that we can chip, chicka, 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 and meet in the middle there.
I'll give it to you for $1,500.
He's a wheeler dealer. He's a grinder. If I was a collector, I would say that's a pretty fair offer because
Yeah.
it would cost you $1,500, $1,600 to do it.
Okay, $1,000 today.
I think we stretch and go 6.
6.
Yeah. We're going eye to eye and toe to toe.
I prefer to just cut to the chase, but if you want to play that game, I can play it with the best of them.
900.
700?
Doing real horse trading. Yeah. 800, we'll sit it in the middle, and you can have it for 800.
800 before
It's a
you
deal.
change your
It's a
mind,
deal.
before you change your
See,
mind.
I was gonna get him to throw something in later, but you already shook on it.
I'm really pleased about that.
That's good. I'm happy about it. It's going to two good guys.
We'll make a little bit of money. Doesn't get any better than that.
I think that's a really good price for a couple real usable grinders.
That sled could end up as a coffee table, but it could very well stand up and be a bookcase.
At 75 bucks, it's a quick 125 with that Western theme on it.
Good guy, good contact.
I gotta bring him back next time he's got a toothache and we'll do some dentistry on him.
Love it.
I won't even charge. Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks again.
Come back anytime.
That's some of the best grinding we've done in a long time.
We're going to see Heather, take her a couple items, have them appraised.
I'm really hoping she can tell us some good news on that coffee grinder, because when you get something that's being totally taken out of its original condition and redone, it's always a question of whether at 800 bucks you paid too much. Oh, here it is right here.
Yep.
I'll get the coffee mill. You get the tin.
Sounds like a good deal for me. Both of us know Heather, Scott much more so than I.
I've known him probably 30 years.
My goodness, this is heavy.
We do appraisals, but we were also on the front lines. Because I have a store, we know what things will bring today. Things just wash in the door.
Well, Heather, we've humped this big coffee grinder in, but I think I'll let you look at the tin
Okay.
first. And I know you've seen that tin before.
Oh, yes, I have. Pauline's Winnipeg Satin Finish Candy. The best part of this tin is the buffalo. It's in about a 6.5 out of 10 condition and a really, really hard tin to find anywhere now. And this was a tin that wasn't for the home. This was for the general stores.
Right.
You know, so there weren't a whole lot of them.
Yeah, and the nice thing is the wear is not so much
Yep.
on the front, it's on the side.
Yep.
That helps, because if it's on the buffaloes, then you're in trouble.
Now, Scott, you can only see one side at a time anyway.
That's right.
You know, so what the hell? It's pretty good.
Well, we bought it pretty reasonable. What would you need out of that tin?
25 bucks.
Okay.
But I'm sort of interested as to what your view is.
Well, you know, in this condition, I'd give it 150 bucks.
That makes me feel good.
You know, it's a hard tin to find. If it was in better nick, $200-300 bucks.
Now, I'm even more interested, Heather, in what you think of this coffee mill.
Well, you know, it's a Philadelphia coffee mill, cast iron, weighs a ton. Someone has done a beautiful job of refinishing it. And the problem in that respect is that it's not going to appeal to the real antique collectors because they like them with original paint.
You know me, Heather, I don't usually buy stuff that's been redone.
No, you don't.
But when we had a chance at this for 800 bucks, we thought,
Oh, no, that was a bargain. It really
gotta
was.
buy it.
Yeah. To the designer, a decorator, or a restaurateur, $2,500 would be a bargain.
wow.
Ka-ching!
Nice
Thanks,
to see you
Heather.
again, yeah. Keep hunting.
Hey, that was fantastic. I'm pumped.
That was great.
Go! Don't drop it now.
I'm not gonna drop it.
Perfect.
Well,
Fantastic, partner.
excellent trip. On our way. I'm always surprised when we do a door knock that anybody even answers the door.
We are a great pair of knockers.
Those hypothecary jars are something you just don't see.
Apothecary.
Apothecary.
You can't say apothecary.